All right, so welcome again to Military Guna TV. Thank you very much for joining me today. And today we have one of the young future prospect, Martin Davis himself, as you know, applying his trade in Europe. Well, everyone knows right now in the UEFA Conference League recently built to help other teams get themselves advanced into the European stage. And we have a few of our young players playing in the UEFA Conference League, i.e. Martin Davis, that we have with us here today. So, Martin, give a little lowdown on yourself and how has things have been with you in the European stages of football.
Well, yesterday was my third game in. We passed through the first stage. We beat a team from Andorra, won on penalties. But it's always tough because normally playing domestic, you just play in your country. Now you have to be traveling, training different places, getting used to different altitudes, and playing at a different caliber of teams. And you don't really know much about these teams other than the video. So it's something different, but always welcome the challenges, and we look forward to next game. We lost our previous game to Rijeka 2-0. Was tough game, awakening for us, but we're going to the second game with nothing to lose and with everything to gain, fearless, and try and go for it.
Yeah, and I've seen a few of the game, especially that game against Rijeka. Tough game. Literally. You could see that that team was literally a very good technical team, but they play very aggressive. But it was a good game. I saw your performance. You did stood out quite good. So I want to ask, this interview is not an interview where I'm just going to ask the normal general questions. I'm going to ask some more because we want to know, as Reggae Boy fans, we watch most of the players playing in the USL, playing the MLS. Very, very, very rare we find out players playing in those far Maltese league and those places. So we need to get a better understanding of how life is in those leagues. What was the transition from here to into the Maltese league, and in regards to the language barrier, and also adjusting to the environment and family life in that area?
Professionally, I started my career with Toronto FC2. That was in the USL. And it's different moving from America. It's more home-like. Well, I mean, Canada is more home-like than to Europe. But luckily, I was already living in Europe when I was 13. I was there for almost 2 years. So I was a bit used to it. But not much of a difference. I say in the North American, they're a bit more like concerned with the tactical aspects of it. They're very in tune with using analytics when it comes to computers, and very, 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 very professional. In my league, it was a bit less than that, more of on the field type of play type of thing. But yeah, it's similar. It's similar.
Yeah, because for example, like people always say that I love to use stats, and I said that the world of football right now, as we know it, is going in that direction. It's all about output. It's strictly about output and not only what you are seeing. So, for example, one of the greatest players I've ever seen is Ronaldinho in regards to his ambience on the ball, what he does on the ball. But in the same sense, when you look at what Messi and Ronaldo is doing right now, it's all output. It's mostly output. And
like
that is
day
what
and night when you compare the numbers.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's just but when you look at the talent and what he did and the emotions that he had attached to him and club, it's strictly about output nowadays. So it's important. Now, what I want to understand is this: we know what football is like in Jamaica. We have seen where the JPL, the Jamaican Premier League, is improving in regards to infrastructure, where the field that they're playing on, AstroTurf and those type of things, camera quality, all those little things, because it's now pleasing to the eye to watch. So we can see that improvement. We have a few young, talented players in the JPL right now, and such as Akwesi Chung. Everyone is talking about him. Very, very skillful, talented, gifted striker. Now, for a young player like us, such as that, you or someone is playing actually in Europe, how important is the transition from playing locally into Europe, and at what age should transition takes place?
If it was up to me, I would say that the transition should take place even before teenage years, to break all the bad
Really?
habits and to get acclimatized to just how different it is. You know, a lot of focus
Mm-hmm.
on tactics. It's just a whole different world, international football, football abroad than local football. So the earlier the better. That's the
Mm-hmm.
best advantage you can get moving out to Jamaica. I really, really, really think because unfortunately we're years behind when it comes down to that. However, with
Okay.
that being said, we are ahead when it comes to raw talent because the raw
Raw
talent is
talent.
there, the natural speed is there, the natural strength is there, the perseverance is there. What we come
Mm-hmm.
from as Jamaica, we're strong people, but football is mental nowadays, tactical nowadays. It's a whole different
Mm-hmm.
aspect. A team can beat you solely on those aspects.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and yeah, I totally get what you're saying in regards to when the transition should take place and how important it is for it to take place. So, for example, as a reggae boy fan, most of the reggae boy fans that watch my show, they always speak about how we have the raw talent. Now, nurturing that raw talent is where the problem is. Now, let's move into a very sensitive area that I know a lot of people don't talk about. You have been here, you have played in Jamaica, right? And you have been
Yes,
under coaches in Jamaica. What is
yes.
the difference with coaching under some of these coaches in Jamaica versus when you went across in Europe with those type of coaches? What was the difference for you, and what was the most cultural shock for you in regards to coaching American football?
Just the how they prepare the team, you know, from the week before the game, we're already watching videos on the team. We're already knowing
Mm-hmm.
what foot a player use. We're already knowing how we want to go into the game and how we want to execute tactically. And we're training from the whole
Mm-hmm.
week going forward, building up to the game with the idea
Mm-hmm.
in mind and what we need to do when we get on the field. So there's nothing really left up to chance. Our
Mm-hmm.
passing from the back is coordinated, our passing from the middle is coordinated, our runs off the ball is coordinated. Obviously, it's football,
Mm-hmm.
so your individuality has to come into play and things can happen. But a lot of the
Mm-hmm.
things that you see, a lot of the goals that you see scored is stuff that is coordinated and worked on the pitch from days upon days
Mm-hmm.
and weeks upon weeks and months upon months. And imagine a young player there from their young born there, that's something that is embedded in their brain.
Mm-hmm.
It's completely different. But yeah,
Yeah.
it's just as I say, it's like night and day, really.
Wow, that sounds like a lot of work because I
Yeah,
know that. So let me use an example, right? Now we see Mount Pleasant, we know Phoenix as well. Phoenix Academy, we know Mount Pleasant also have an academy. Now, my personal belief is that for football to progress in Jamaica, we strongly believe that this is a route to how it should go. Why do I say that? I've seen the Cavaliers football team played against the Phoenix Academy. So we're talking about Cavaliers first team versus the Phoenix Academy. Very like 17, 18. And the most evident thing for me was their technical level. They were far more technical than the Cavaliers team, despite these guys were younger. They were far more technical. Now, I do understand that academies do their stuff different. They do it on a European basis. Those template, they use a European template. Now, let's move away from that, leading us into coaching. Do you believe that our coaching is one of the biggest reasons why the football development in Jamaica is not where it should be?
hundred
And why
percent,
would you say that?
100%. It's just you can only know what you know. It's unfortunate,
Mm-hmm.
but a lot of these coaches they would need to as well move from outside of Jamaica, learn different philosophies from different countries in order to impart it to their players. I mean, you can't
Mm-hmm.
blame them because this is what we have and what we're using, but
Mm-hmm.
the football today in Jamaica is lacking because of the coaching, and it's not the fault of the coaches or anything to say they're bad coaches, but it's just what they know, and it's
Mm-hmm.
unfortunate.
Yeah. Yeah, because I've spoken to a lot of players, and definitely I understand. You said you were in the MLS, right?
USL.
The USL. Sorry, my bad.
Yeah.
There's a problem with us as footballers in Jamaica. Why I'm saying us like I'm a footballer. I wish I would. I wish I was. But there's a massive problem with the USL players. The transition from USL. We have seen a lot of our young players move into the USL at age 17, age 18, get good contract in the USL, but yet still there's no transition from the USL to a bigger stage. What do you believe could be the cause of that? Because you have made that transition, and how would you see? Can you explain it so that other players in the USL can seek that same route to make themselves available and make that transition?
Well, I'm an honest person, so I would say that USL to Malta is that not that big of a step. So I would not be the right person to talk about transitioning from USL
USL.
to Europe. But what
Okay.
I can say is my personal opinion is
Mm-hmm.
that we've had top performers in the USL over the past years. Kevin Frater, Junior
Mm-hmm.
Flemings, Nico Brett right now, Michael
Yeah.
Seaton. And this is my personal opinion. But I really feel like the higher ups and the bigger head, they don't play us as Jamaicans. They probably look at us in terms of not being tactically ready or some type of
Mm-hmm.
defect that will come with naturally. But it's impossible, and it is I can't even explain it why a lot of these players are
Mm-hmm.
still in USL is downright unfair. So there must be some type of deep rooted problem that these people see
Mm-hmm.
with us as Jamaicans. Is it because
Okay.
of our upbringing from Jamaica? Could be because there's players that are less talented in USL that will make the
Mm-hmm.
transition to MLS to
Easy
Europe. What's
transition.
the difference between them?
Mm-hmm.
It's not about goal scoring,
Okay.
it's not about assists, it's not about performance, is it? No. So
Mm-hmm.
it
Yeah.
is something that they think that they have over us.
Yeah.
And to America's credit, they have a system. They have a system from the children are barely walking, coming up academy stages.
Mm-hmm.
They're well prepared. As you can see, America makes it to quarterfinals of the World Cup. America is dominant in the CONCACAF. It's a reason. And it's not a reason because of natural talent.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
I would say, for me personally, I think the Mexican league is way tougher. Is way tougher than the USL
definitely.
and MLS. I don't.
Yeah, definitely,
It's my
definitely. It's
personal preference as
quicker,
well.
faster, more
Yeah,
physical. It's the
more
only thing that
technical.
they don't have is the commercial aspect, like what the MLS probably has, which is a big deal.
Yeah.
But the MLS, I mean, the Mexican Professional League is a top league.
Mm-hmm.
You see Mexico Olympic under 23, they played France. How much them win 4-1?
Yeah. 4-1.
And their players
Yeah.
are
Something.
playing
Something like
in
that.
Tigres and America and all of these teams in
Exactly.
Mexico. So that should show you
Mm-hmm.
that they are really good players there. The league is really
So
good.
look at this. Do you believe that that we should now try to use that Mexican league as the stepping stone? Because what I realize is that a lot of scope. Because how do I know that? Is that I have a friend that works actually close to Arsenal Football Club, and he said to me directly that most of the clubs in England tend to send a lot of scouts into the Mexican league for to scout talent. And I would assume that other clubs across Europe would have done the same. Do you think that this in the Mexican league would actually be the best route for some of our young talents who would want to make that transition, go into a better league, and then try to make that transition further?
Um, I've had a friend that was with me when I was playing with Phoenix Academy, and he
Mm-hmm.
was affiliated with the Mexican program. And even when I was in Spain, I was with some Mexicans that were affiliated with Mexican program. But it's no
Mm-hmm.
joke there. They are very, 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 very serious and very tough on their players from they are young. Like they
Mm-hmm.
treat them professionally. They're hard. They're strict. if you was going to send a Jamaican there, you'd have to send them there from probably prep school. But also you have to think about the language, the difference in food, and all of these type of things that
Yeah.
is hard. But it's not something that is as easily to adapt as going to USL or MLS. That's my opinion personally,
Yeah.
based on what I've been around and what I've seen. It's tough there. No walk in the park.
Okay.
A lot of the players that you see
Okay.
there are Mexican.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like
Yeah.
it's not very international of a league based on what I
Oh,
know.
okay. Yeah, and I understand that. Maybe there could be other deep rooted issues as well, which maybe that could be the reason as well. Um, that could be, but I'm looking at it as a good transition to make it probably easier than going to the USL, because it's so difficult once you hit the USL. It's so difficult to find your way out. No, for
True.
you Martin, Kaim, Paris, also Norman Cam. These guys are players that have been watch. I watch you guys all the time. I try my best to keep up to date because I believe in the future and I believe in continuity. I believe in a program. I believe in the future. I am looking at 2026 from now, and
Yeah.
2022 World Cup hasn't passed yet. So
Yeah.
for us to look at 2026 World Cup, we have to see what we have right now. How can we better what we have right now so that 2 years before the 2026 World Cup, we have a plan, we have a program, we have players in success. I've heard Mr. Whitmore said on an interview recently that he has a 3 year core set of core players who is working with. Now, when I question it, I'm saying out of those 3 years, those core players, I'm not belittling the players, but how many of those players have been playing at the highest level for us to say that when these players come in, they would be the biggest impact into the team? We can literally count on one hand. But in the same sense, this is what I'm saying, that what we should do right now is put those planning and preparation in place so that when when you're speaking about those plans, the world know about those players. The entire world know about those players, and they know that is coming in. For example, we're going into the Gold Cup campaign right now, into the quarterfinals against the USA. USA have a C team. We have so much talented players in our team. We have a Bobby Reed. We have a Leon Bailey. We have Andre Gray. We have Corey Burke tearing up MLS on a weekly basis, and he's still going to play against. He's still be playing against MLS players. So much top quality players in our team, but yet still, we are approaching this USA game as if that the USA automatically is a better team. It's just a long mental factor that is just dragging on, And this leading to the next question that I want to ask you is, how important is the mental factor in football these days in accordance to what a team wants to achieve and how they go about achieving it?
I think it's very, 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 very important, the mental factor. Even yesterday we played a team that is probably worth 20 million. My team is probably worth 3 million. That team coming into the
Okay.
game, they have 100% confidence that they're gonna win.
Mm-hmm.
And people look at confidence as something that is always just some mental thing. It has nothing to do with what will happen on the field. But a person that is confident and a person that is that less confident person is going to get tired before that person that's confident. That less confident
True.
player is going to make more mistakes than the other player. It's a huge, 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 huge thing. So if you're already less confident and you go into the game with the mentality of sitting back and defending and not matching them 100% with every 50-50, with every type of thing, just going out there and trying to match them on every aspect, you're doubling down on the fact that you might lose already. Because trust me, it plays a big part in the game, and I can tell you that from personal experiences.
Yeah, but
We have to be
also
fearless. You have to have
the coach
courage
himself.
and the confidence to play, you know. But yeah, as you say, it does come from the coach. It does come from the tactics, which are placed upon the teams. Different formations
Mm-hmm.
send different type of messages as well. You put five
Exactly.
around the back, it shows that you fear your opponent. You sit back, it shows that you fear your opponent. We have a
Mm-hmm.
incredible squad, as you said, incredible talented bunch, and we should be able to and we aim to match these players from America toe to toe because I believe that we can.
Mm-hmm. So as you know, so you believe that this weekend coming up, because we're in the closing stage of the show now, you believe that this weekend coming up, we should give this USA team a good showing and walk and maybe not, I won't say walk, but at least turn them over to get into the semifinals.
I think it's completely possible. I think it's completely possible if the players between themselves come together and say, listen, we're going to
Mm-hmm.
go up there with 100% confidence and do the thing and just express ourselves and play with courage. I think it's possible that
Mm-hmm.
we can give a good showing and we can even win. We just can't back down in any way.
Mm-hmm. So what's your take on the Gold Cup campaign so far? Do you see it as a good one, or do you believe that it's been subpar?
Um, as I said, with the talent that we have, I haven't been completely 100% convinced, and I don't think it has anything to do with the players at all, with no fault to them, because all of these players are performing for their clubs. So
Mm-hmm.
whatever that may be, I don't know what's going on in the camp or anything
So
around it, but
yeah.
yeah.
So I have to say one thing. For me, as I said earlier on a stream recently, I said that individually, when I look at the stats, stats can be contrary some of them. But when I look at the stats individually, all of these players are actually putting good performance individually, but collectively, there's a problem. There's a problem collectively. I don't know where that the collective aspect of it's coming from, but definitely. So let me ask you another question. This question's a question I have to ask every player this: Messi or Ronaldo?
Messi.
Why? Why Messi?
Uh, Ronaldo is a different type of animal. He's a beast,
Mm-hmm.
but Messi is just art. He does some stuff that take you out of your seat. This is a joy to watch every single time. Ronaldo will get the job done, whether it's
Mm-hmm.
dirty or pretty. He's going to get the job done. He's an athlete, a purebred athlete, and we're never gonna see anything like him again. When it comes to
Mm-hmm.
pure eloquence and style and just
Magic.
class, magic, Messi. So I think that that's more difficult
Mm-hmm.
than
What?
than something that Ronaldo is doing. But not taking away anything from both of them. They're both greatest of all times.
Yeah, I'm a massive Messi fan. Big Messi fan. Everyone on this channel is supposed to know that early. Regular, I mean, they could chat fighting with some of the viewers. Regular.
Mhm,
But I'm a big Messi fan. If I'm not watching football, I'm playing FIFA.
mhm.
Football, FIFA. Play FIFA?
Yeah, of course. That's my game. Go to
That's it. You go to Xbox or PS.
yeah, Xbox.
Xbox, well, that means you have
Yeah,
to send me a
but
game attack then and let's
any console I get still. I'm pretty good.
enough time me hear that a lot. Me hear that a
No,
lot.
not just
I'm
saying, not just saying, not just saying, not just for sport.
I, I'm gonna say I'm average. I'm fair enough. A Division One player.
Yeah.
Win the title a few times, quite a few times. So I would say I'm good enough to play, to hold my own. But
Okay.
thank you very much for coming on to the show, Martin Davis. I know most of
No
the fans,
worries.
as I said, you are one of the players that a lot of the the viewers really intrigued about, always watching. Definitely they love it as well. This Gobet is a much more older player, but Kaim Paris, Martin Davis, and also Norman Campbell. You guys are the players that the viewers are always asking about. 23-man squad release. Where is this? Where is that? Where is that? 60-man squad release. Where is this? And and I'm telling them, man. I'm telling them. So we're here. We're here. Just know that we're here for your 100% support, and we always support you. And definitely, we just wish you the best in your career, because at the end of the day, what you're doing, as much as though you might think that you're doing it to provide for yourself or do it for yourself, it is for us, our enjoyment as well. And we feel proud. We feel really, really proud when you guys do those things. And we love it. We really love it. That is the reason why you think it is normal for us to get up and just realize that, Martin Davis scored now. Everyone wants to hear about it. What kind of goal? How do you score? Build up play? What? Yeah, we love that. That's us as football fans. Crazy. Crazy. And all in love for the game. And we love all the players. And we enjoy watching all the players. But in the same time, just, when we love something, when we decide to bash it, we really, really bash it. But it's a part of love.
The good with the bad, right?
Exactly. It's a part of love. That's all of it. But thank you very much, bro, for coming on to the show. Massive respect. Do you have anything that you want to say to the fans?
Just want to say I appreciate the love, as you're saying. Everybody always looking up for me, and from the bottom of my heart, really, really appreciate it. And I'm always looking out. Every single comment, every single like means the world to me. So just thank you to everybody, and thanks for having me.
No problem. So people, remember, smash that like button and subscribe to Military Guna TV. This has been a really, really good show. And guess what? On Military Guna and Martin